All right, here we go. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? TSG here. I'm with my co-host of That's Weird Science. Take us in, gentlemen. Tell us who you are, and then we're going to hit our intro.
UFO Grove, you already know what it is, man. I'm out here. That's Strange Science, second episode. You already know. Okay.
What's the name of the show again?
That's Weird Science.
That's Weird Science. But every time you do your plug, you say That's Strange Science.
So, oh, shit.
It's the second episode. You ain't get it right yet, man. We're gonna work on it.
And I'm reading it. I'm reading it at the bottom, too. It's ridiculous.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. All right, so who's this guy at the bottom? Did you bring him?
Yeah, that's my buddy. That's my buddy.
He's all right.
Yeah, I'm Andrew.
Andrew, you gotta say it like that. Andrew, you gotta give a little extra.
Yeah, I'm Andrew. You know, just got a couple of facts, man. It's the second episode we got. I'm excited about this one. You know,
that was
I can't wait for these topics.
I like that. That's a good intro. You've been practicing. That was good. That was good. All right, let's hit it.
Where?
TSG. Andrew V. UFO Grow. Live stream. Podcast. Weird Science. 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 Yeah. Weird Science. Weird Science. Comment. 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 Share. Yeah. Weird Science. What is that? What could it be? I don't know. Could it be? What is that? Cut that bitch open. Hit it with a stick. Sniff it, smell it, open, lick it. What is it? Hey, examine it. I feel smart.
Hey. Lit.
Oh.
Yeah. That shit is tough. Yeah.
You got emojis?
Very fun.
Yo, who you connected to? I didn't know we get emojis in the title. Oh shit! I was stunned by his emojis. I want emojis. What kind of emoji would I put for Sleeping Giant? They don't have Sleeping Giant emojis. What would we put for Andrew V?
Nah.
It's nah. So Grove's not gonna tell us the secrets. I think he just hit the emoji button, but I honestly didn't know you do that.
That's a fact. Awesome. No, that's a fact.
Maybe next time.
That's a fact.
I'll think of an emoji. You know what I'm saying? But thank you guys for tuning in. It's the episode 2, EP2 of That's Weird Science. And today we're going to be going over cloning, gene splicing, a little special throw-in that I consider cloning, deep fakes. It's like digital cloning. Bear with me. Just agree. Shake your heads. There's one. Oh, reanimation. So with that said, all right, here we go. All right, so we're talking about cloning, gene splicing, deep fakes, which is like digital cloning to me, and reanimation. How much you guys know about cloning? Before I play this video,
I know they had that sheep or something, or
okay,
I know it's called Dolly. I don't remember what it was though. Goat that they cloned.
A sheep. But we don't talk about
they cloning your cows. They're cloning your meat.
Oh yeah, that's true. You see, Grove is up on some shit. Yeah, technically, I forgot about that.
I know a lot of things.
But yeah, that's right. They made it so you didn't have to label which meat was clone meat. But yeah, we're currently right now you're eating random clone meat. You don't know which one is which.
Yeah. Well, not me, because I don't eat
bullshit.
Meat,
I don't believe it.
I get the gist.
You got that face like you don't believe it.
You don't want to believe it.
All right, let's see what they got to say. So it's a quick little let's get the sound on.
Oh, there it is.
Hey.
Why is there no sound? I know why. So just plays the music. But y'all can read it. But y'all reading it? Do I need to bring back?
Of course. Yeah.
That's crazy they did that. I kind of don't see the point though of cloning things. You know, like what? I
It's
don't really
food.
get it.
I mean, there's a
You know,
couple.
unless you
It's
make
extra
something
food.
that you think is really perfect, then you clone that. You know?
They got a couple.
Yeah, but there wouldn't be no meat left for y'all to eat
I
and
don't believe that.
fester on.
I don't believe
Yeah,
that.
yeah, in
the
like a
excuse they
famine or
make.
something.
That's the excuse they make to justify making everything synthetic and artificial. But the reality is, there's plenty of food. There's plenty of space. You know, they say there's no food, so they create GMOs to make more food, and then what they do? If no one buys the food, they throw it away. They just hold the food in places to sell it, and if it don't get sold, it's not even like they're fucking distributing it. So that excuse is bullshit. Plus, a lot of scientists will argue that there's plenty of space and food to distribute. Whether people get it, that's another story, you know. But they'll try to justify shit like that, like, you know. And that sheep was cloned before 1997. 1997 is when they told people.
Yeah.
And cloning actually goes way
Yeah.
back further than that. This is like
They've been doing it for a while.
quick
Yeah.
little brief
And
history.
working on it, getting it better.
Yeah. So the term biotechnology was coined by this dude. Anyone want to care to say his name? I'm not. Is that lettering really small for you guys?
Like I said,
Yeah.
I think that's Sleeping Giant. Is that Sleeping Giant?
Who, the person that made this? I don't know. You know,
That's
I mean, you
damn
want to
sure
give credit
Sleeping
for it.
Giant.
So genetic modification was first used in
Yeah.
1973.
Well, I'm looking at it.
So the first genetic modification was something called transgenesis. It was the process of transferring genes from one organism to another. That was first accomplished by Herbert Boyer and Stanley Cohen in 1973.
All
All right, so Jurassic Park shit. How y'all feel about this? An extinction has been resurrected by cloning for the first time, though the clone died minutes after birth. Findings were revealed January 23rd in some journal in 2003. In 2003, they resurrected through cloning an extinct animal. How y'all feel about that?
That's pretty
I
ill.
think that's fucking cool. Why not?
Yeah, me too.
I can't wait to hit
I
y'all
really
with the
do.
bad side of everything.
I'm pretty sure it's the bad side to everything, but I definitely want to
What happened?
experience dinosaurs again. So yeah, I'm
Right.
saying.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
I wrote here
I
from
think it'd be
Jurassic
cool
Park.
to see something like that. Yeah,
You
I'm
give it
with,
a thumbs up.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I've heard that they're like, yeah, they're working on, you know, they don't got it perfected or nothing like that, but who knows in a couple more years, you know, where they'll be at.
Shit,
They'll be able to do that.
We'll definitely be able to see it. We'll definitely be able to see it.
If they say they don't got something, that means they got it. Yo, what about babies, bro?
Yeah,
Do you know
that's
that right
true, too.
now there's people making designer babies, like as we speak, if you're rich enough. When was the first? Who was the first designer baby? Adam's conception and birth received both praise and criticism due to the ethical issues surrounding PGD, and was also the inspiration of the novel My Sister's Keeper. Adam has been called the world's first savior sibling and the first designer baby. I thought I had the date here. I fucked that up. Let me see.
I thought Truman was the first designer baby.
Oh, this is wicked. They got some shit. I forget what it's called, but this mentions it. Savior siblings. Imagine the idea of cloning a child. All right, savior siblings. Children who are born to provide a transplant of an organ or group of cells to a sibling with a usually life-threatening disease. So imagine having a child just to keep on deck. You know, like emergency.
Yeah, but yo, stuff like that. I don't see them doing things like that. That'd be kind of crazy. Yeah, I also saw that they're learning how to put
to do that. Do you realize that though?
Yeah. Well, you know, some people, that's pretty crazy. But I read that they're breeding like pigs, and they're making these pigs to have like certain organs that you could use for like people and stuff. So I could definitely see them using an animal for that one purpose.
That might have been
what I'm saying.
But originally they wanted.
Hold on.
Yeah, what's up?
My neighbor right now, I ain't gonna say no names because people know who I am. You heard?
Yeah,
but my neighbor right now, she's working on solely pig, large intestine, small intestines.
What do you mean work on it? I'm confused.
What?
Like, what do you mean exactly?
That's what she's living on right now. Right now.
What, like
Living
That's
on?
what she got it done in. Yeah, that's what she got. She don't got a regular small and large intestine.
She got
It's
like
her
one of those
pig.
organs from like the pig,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I heard of
Guess
that.
where she had to go?
Yeah.
She had to go to Venezuela.
Yeah, I actually.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I heard somebody.
That's crazy, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, they be doing
So
stuff like that.
that's helping us, cause she wasn't supposed to live, and now she I know her for like 12 years, bro. That means I'm with it. I'm with that too.
Originally, they wanted to do humans. They were gonna make headless humans. That's what they proposed, like before the 70s and shit. It's wicked. When I was in college, I did
That's like crazy.
I mean, not an exam. I did a research paper on gene splicing. I found out crazy shit. Went to the school library, and in a school textbook that was published, I don't know, before the 70s, they had already spliced. Oddly enough, it's weird. I couldn't find the photos today. I was so upset. I was trying to find them. But yo, I honestly saw this. Insects spliced with vegetables for whatever the fuck reason. Like grasshoppers with
Yeah.
Yo, it sounds like bullshit, bro. It was a picture in a book in the school.
No, don't. I seen it. But I seen it on Facebook.
You serious? Or you fuck with me?
I swear, no. I'm not fucking with you. I'm for real.
But we got some shit to look at later. We'll get more on that in a bit. This is just a quick run through. Imagine picking your child's gender. There's a guy right now. There's a place where they do the designer babies. So you could do a little simple shit. Like, I'll give you an example. You could pick the hair, the eye color. But they're trying to do gender. And I believe they're not allowing them. But they've had 80% of the people ask. So hold on, let me double check this. Or maybe they even had 85% of people do it. Yeah, about 85% of Steinberg's patients will come to him so they can choose the sex of the baby. He said. These are little excerpts from different articles. He's from one of the better known clinics in the world for gender selection techniques. So this dude actually does this shit. This was published in something. I forget what it's published in. Y'all can do your research. But it's from 2000.
See what country this is in?
2018.
You know what country this is happening?
I did a whole bunch of Google searching and I was copying and pasting little pieces just to like bring up in conversation. If anybody wants to do more extensive research, pick something out of the show to help you as a guideline. But it's there. I looked up some of the stuff. And then food. Food is technically cloning, genetically modified food. And there's good things and bad things about that, man. Some people try to act like they're harmless. They're not. What's your thoughts on GMOs?
Actually, I got a lot of thoughts on GMOs, to be honest. I know it's like real controversial, but I see a lot of good things about it, to be honest. And I know.
So break it down.
Like what happened?
So break it down real quick.
Like I saw this one thing, like they were explaining that like they could make trees, for instance, that would specialize in taking more carbon. I think it was carbon dioxide or something, or no, carbon out of the air. And they were saying if you had more trees that could do that, they could reverse climate change.
Well, that sounds
like
that. Awesome. That's like insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they were able to do that. Well, they said
I just don't want that shit in my food. That's it.
Exactly. That's just what I'm saying. It's messed up because things like that are cool. But if you complain about it in your food, they think you're against it entirely.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm saying like when it comes to the GMO thing, there's like a lot more to it. Like there's like so many benefits that we could have, even if you take like animals, they were saying that like, for instance, if you got Lyme disease, Lyme disease comes from ticks, but the ticks get it from mice. And they said if you could, they can make mice that can't get that disease so that the ticks then would never get Lyme disease and you could like eliminate Lyme disease. Or you could eliminate malaria, for instance. Because you could.
It wouldn't be natural. It'd be somebody playing God. What do you mean? No way.
Well, where'd you read that?
I mean, that's where the controversy comes in. But I mean, you could get rid of diseases and stuff by doing this. You can get rid of malaria, for instance.
The thing you read about,
I understand.
Did it say that?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. They could make mosquitoes that can't get malaria, and then they get those mosquitoes and they could put them out in the world to breed with the other mosquitoes. And then over time, you would get mosquitoes that can't have malaria. Now, the way that it is right now, yeah, like you would just be messing. Well, you would be taking out the gene that you know, or adding. I don't know if you're adding or taking out, but anyway, you're just making it so the mosquito can't get malaria anymore.
Yeah, you're diluting.
So then they won't carry it.
So these are theories by scientists that want to do this.
No, they've done this. Like they've made these like mosquitoes already.
So why don't they
already
malaria? You know, it's funny.
Because this is the thing.
Malaria.
Because this is the this is the thing. It's more complicated because we don't have the technology at the point where like we don't know the consequences yet, you know? Like you need to do that in like a small area and see what's gonna happen, you know?
Like with the government.
You know what I mean?
They always
but the point is if you give them more time to figure out but see, this is the thing, because GMOs
think about GMOs in food. They didn't need to figure out the consequences. We're the test dummies. They just put the food on us. But when it comes to stopping malaria,
they
the number one profit. One of the not the
they
number
test
one.
that stuff too.
I'm sorry.
No, they test the stuff.
All right, so then how would you argue
too
with all the clinical studies from every other country saying that it's harmful? Like in other words, I'm saying that America flat out fucking lies. They'll pay scientists to lie about certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you agree with that.
I feel you. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not arguing.
America,
bro, not just America. Lies. And I noticed that America will disagree with like everybody else all the time. How you disagree with everybody else? You know what I'm saying? There's so much GMO food that is flat out harmful. Soy, they put GMO soy and coin in everything. There's nothing beneficial.
Yeah, but they run studies on this food and stuff, and like I don't know. I mean, that's a whole nother subject. But I don't want to give the
DHT and
what's up? I don't want to give I'm not trying to give the impression that I disagree with you, because we're not really on a different page, even though it seems like that. The difference for me is that I think GMOs, like when I'm saying they're good, you can do great things, but I don't always trust people, you know what I'm saying, to always do those things, you know?
Yeah,
I think one of the problems with
mad scientists.
I think one of the problems with the GMOs is that when we talk about it, we talk a lot about the problems we have with the companies, you know, because we don't trust the companies and what they're doing. But the truth is, like, if you could get an apple tree, you know what I mean? And using that technology, and you could make it produce a bunch of apples, you know, just something stupid like that. But you could feed all the hungry people, you know, you could get rid of starvation using that kind of technology.
And you know? All that is great, but that's all charming shit that they use to fuck with you, because the reality of it is that companies like Monsanto, which is now Bayer, literally do the opposite. They created Agent Orange. They created
yeah, you know, I don't know. I've looked at different things, but I've heard the opposite, to be honest, though.
So who owns everything? Like, you could look this up right now. It's not even about a matter of opinions. Monsanto literally owns 90% of all the agriculture. All they GMO every vegetable.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that, but like the food that they're putting out, it hasn't been tested to be like harmful. There are things I'm sure you could find pulling it up to be harmful, but there's nothing I've seen that it's any different than the other food that we have. Huh?
I'm sorry, what was that? What was that?
There's nothing that I see that makes it different than like the other food that we have, you know?
You know the difference between
also, because when it comes to agriculture, also when it comes to agriculture, like that is us, like that's artificial selection. Like a lot of that food we selected and we made it like it is today.
No, you're talking about
like cauliflower,
good old fashioned GMO. I hate.
No. I'm not talking about GMOs. No, I'm not talking about GMOs. I'm talking about it's the same process is what I'm saying. Like what we did was we would select two things of certain plants of like corn came from grass.
Yeah, that was the first gene splicing. So before they got really crazy in the labs with crazy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is now, like with the lab stuff, all it does is it's that same process, except you're picking the specific genes that you want to use. So like you can definitely take those genes and fuck everybody, you know, and just start doing some evil shit if you wanted. But
they promote this idea of GMOs. But what about biology? Soy is toxic. If soy is in everything you eat, because everything you eat is processed, you're getting soy all day, every day. Aspartame. It's one of the most toxic things known to man. Aspartame is artificial sugar.
Hell yeah.
Not poison that is. Not, it gets mixed diagnosed with multiple diseases. Like multiple. They'll tell you, you know, they'll think you have multiple sclerosis when you don't. They'll tell you you can't control your diabetes. My uncle used to drink diet soda, and they couldn't control his gangrene. He had, I think, like at least 6 operations, maybe more, before they chopped both his legs up to his knees. He stopped drinking the diet soda. 2 weeks later, his multiple sclerosis just disappeared, and it explains why the medicine was never working. And I knew all this stuff before that because there's many doctors that advocate for this, that actually have whole organizations that try to educate people on this shit. They're doctors that found aspartame poisoning is a real thing, and it gets misdiagnosed with so many fucking things, you know, on and on. But people gotta look this up. I'm just trying to run through a generalized because we got like a whole show to go through. GMO corn you can't digest. All the foods lost all of its enzymes and nutrition. They're stripped completely bare. Do you know about acid and alkalinity? Your body can't reach homeostasis without alkalinity. All the food that they produce is acidic. You can't receive that. On top of that, all the GMO food that's acidic is keeping your arteries and veins inflamed, your organs inflamed.
You know, that's the. I don't know.
It promotes candida growth. Do you know what candida is? It's the bad bacteria in your gut. Destroys the immune system. You know, I could go on more about the high fructose syrup. You know how addictive that is.
Yeah, but I don't honest.
What was that? Like, you can't eat GMO processed food.
I don't think this is all just connected to GMOs, but this isn't something I've really looked into. So, you know, I don't really want to go too deep into it. But when I look into like organic food and stuff, when I look into like organic food though and stuff, like when they do comparisons, it's like there really is no difference that they find.
Nah, that's propaganda, man. That's,
and I hear people say that, but I don't see any tests that seem to say that. I don't know. That's just what I've seen.
Health. I think you're studying maybe some lab science, because if you study human biology, nutrition, so many sciences, like it's not even like this is.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that food is like messing us up, but what I'm saying is it the GMOs or is it something else? Because what did they do to that certain plant? GMOs, you know what I mean? If you're eating a plant and they did something to make it like you know,
GMO is different. Each GMO is different. So it's like you can't, when you try to specify which GMOs are bad, people are like, nah, man, there's no studies. GMOs are good for you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what, you can't accredit one GMO as all GMOs. They put in BHT. You know what BHT is? Not the preservative BHT. Somebody ignorant will be like, oh, you're talking about the BHT that they put in the fucking cows that gives like a,
but like, is that
like 35%? What I'm saying is, it's a GMO. GMO is a genetically modified organism. They took the cow and they genetically modified it. They changed it to have more breast milk. So they put BHT in it. I believe that's like a steroid. Then because the nipples are so infected, they have to give it antibiotics. They genetically modified the chickens to grow in 3 or 4 weeks when they would normally take, I don't know, 12 weeks or some shit, maybe longer. So it's causing all this like sick food. What about the
before when you said like they put, but before like when you said like they put the steroids in it, you know, like was it the steroids that did it or was it the GMO? You know, like
but the steroids.
I'm not trying to argue that it's bad, but I'm just saying like
I'm trying to explain. I just don't know. Hear me out for a second. I'm trying to explain to you clever wordplay. It is the steroids, but the steroids is the genetic modification. That's how they genetically modified it. Understand what I'm saying?
I was looking at how it works and stuff. I don't know if it's through that, but I know about like the CRISPR. They use like the CRISPR and the Cas9. I don't know if that's through the steroids though. I don't really know about that.
No, I'm not saying through. I'm saying that's one of the modifications. It's a genetically. You understand? like I think you're getting caught up in some specifics, like the exact way that we're not talking about the GMO plants. You got GMO animals, GMO plants. They're gonna do shit different. You know what I'm saying?
But they got like one process that they use.
All right, but what I'm
like this one. Well,
steroid is not. I'm not saying the steroid is the process. The process is irrelevant. What I'm telling you is that they modify things, and when they modify these things, they make them unhealthy for you. When they modify the food, it has no nutrients. You know what low glycemic and high glycemic is? All the processed food is low glycemic. That means it's undigestible. That means it rots in your intestines. Yo, there's so much science people don't know, bro. They just you know, I don't know. It's all about the money. I don't know what else to say about it. I can't really explain more. But what I'm telling you is that that's a modification.
I'm with you on that, but
the reason it's a GMO. You know what I'm saying?
Well, check this out, yo.
What?
They have this thing. There's this thing, right? They call like bacteriophages or something. Basically, they're like viruses, right? And they attach themselves onto bacteria. Like that's how small they are, that they infect bacteria like the way bacteria infects us.
Yeah, that's bugged out.
Yeah, and sometimes this bacteria can survive and it'll live. And when it lives, it makes a copy in its cells of that DNA, like from the virus. It makes like a copy of that DNA.
Yeah.
And that's CRISPR. That's what CRISPR is. So then they take this thing, right? And when it has that copy, if that germ or that bacteriophage comes and infects it again, it'll have the memory of that other DNA. It'll have the memory of the DNA from it, so it can protect itself. You know what I mean? And it makes a protein, and that protein is called Cas9. And then that protein will specifically cut out those genes. So when it comes to GMOs, like genetically modified stuff, and that like trans whatever word that you said before, what they do is they use that protein, that Cas9 protein, and they'll attach a certain DNA to it, and then they can cut out that DNA out of the, out of the cells or whatever. And they can also add things in.
Yeah.
So like when they use like GMOs, it's literally just changing a gene. Yeah. Like anything you're doing after that would be something else.
They're replacing it with other shit. But when they remove shit, they replace it with other shit. You know what I mean?
Well, you can replace it, or you could just remove something.
Yeah.
But even with that, like if you bring that to people, like you could eliminate certain diseases that people would have. Like they were saying, like you could get rid of like cancer. I'm sorry, you could get rid of you can get rid of like HIV.
I heard all this shit for decades. They don't do it. They don't do it. I know this shit. You're breaking up.
Well, I mean, this is what the science shows. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying we could use it for good things,
For people that don't know, because I'm getting to like, because we know each other, so I'm here like, bro, I'm trying to put you on. But for people that don't know, say the stuff that I'm hating on, because then I'm gonna hate on it after. But for the people that don't know, say what you was gonna say. All the shit that they could do that they fucking deprive us of. Go on. Like, no, I'm seriously asking.
I mean, I don't think the technology, in my personal opinion, I don't think we're really ready to. I think they should start making things a little better. But they've already been able to do a lot of things. I mean, there are downfalls. You know what I mean? We could do something and we could have results that we didn't expect. I think it should definitely be tested more and shouldn't really be. You know what I mean? It needs to be tested more. But
what you're talking about in the later part of the statement is stuff that when I mentioned that report that I told you about, that was stuff I had found out about. In the early days of cloning, there was a lot of fears. They're like, yo, if you create an animal and then it releases in the wild and it mates with something else, we don't know what could come from that. It could create a new disease, a crazy species that'll throw the ecosystem off of whack because it'll eat something it's not supposed to, or run something out of its home. There's a couple more things that are not coming to my mind at the moment. And then the positive shit they could do is like they could eliminate virtually probably almost any disease in a certain context. Through these means. But bro, they've known this I have stuff here that I'll show y'all about cloning. Yo, these motherfuckers been doing this shit for decades, dog. And think about this. We mentioned
it takes decades though.
Yo, malaria.
It takes decades.
Think about the malaria pill market, how much money that is. Think about cancer. They can't cure cancer. You think they haven't cured cancer right now? You know how many we mentioned in our last podcast, scientists disappearing for breakthroughs?
Right.
You know how many breakthroughs in cancer they've had? Cancer can exist in an alkaline body. They've killed cancer in labs multiple ways. Multiple scientists have come forward and said this. We've done it. Right. I've done it. My homies did it. We did it together. The government has paid for it in some cases, but they won't acknowledge that.
Yeah, some people are readmission. Yeah, I mean,
because they can't. It's too much money involved. So what I'm arguing is that they'll say shit like that and dangle it like a carrot. Yo, GMOs is cool. Let it rock. So they'll give us the bad GMOs fucking food and all the cool shit you can do with GMOs. I argue that they're never going to do it. You know what I mean? And when I shit on GMOs, I'm not saying don't GMO just because not to GMO. But there's things in our food that are not okay. And they slip in cool GMO knowledge and technology with, like, my opinion, propaganda. I hate to even say my opinion. I'm saying my opinion to be polite. But, bro, it's happening, bro.
No, I feel you. I feel you. But I just look at it like anything in the world. Like, you could use it for good or you could use it for something bad. But, like, we could use this same technology and we could get rid of HIV. If we improved it, we could get rid of malaria. We could get rid of Lyme disease. We could, feed all, what I mean? There's mad good things we could do.
Ahead of all the health shit.
Yeah, but they're not going to allow that. It's all about money.
His last big meeting, he got quoted for saying some shit like, they're not in the business for creating cures. You don't make no money creating cures. So I'm saying they was giving a hint to all the people underneath them. I don't want to hear shit about no cures this year. Because, you got to present like cool shit. It was cool ways to make more money or what new drugs y'all have. All the people that had curing shit, yo, the fuck out of here with that. You ain't want to hear none of that shit. You know
none of that shit.
It's the truth. Look at the chief of any hospital. Nobody will admit it.
Well, I want to say,
didn't they kill that dude?
Want to say one more
didn't
thing
they kill
too.
a dude that just had a break on cancer? I forgot his son's name.
I just don't want to. I'm pretty sure. I don't mean to give the wrong impression. Just in one sense. That doesn't mean I necessarily trust these people to do the right things. I'm just saying, what
I feel like they blind you with all the glitter.
I mean?
I feel like they blind you with all the glitter.
Sometimes differ.
And I'm worried. I'm worried about you. They blind you with all this pizzazz and glitter and lights.
I'm just saying, man, you could do a lot of good things with this kind of technology. Right, but on the other hand, like when you get these companies and if they're controlling it and they're doing what they want and nobody can oversee what they do, that's not a good thing. You know what I mean? So
and that's what it comes down to.
Shit is complicated,
The regulatory agencies back in the day actually used to screen warehouses and corporations, and now they don't. They literally say, "Have you turned in your report? Here it is. I followed all the safety." That's literally what happens, and that's the truth. People won't admit it, but that's the truth. College teaches you a lot of things. As far as cloning, they've cloned a lot of shit. This is the list. We're not even going to click each of them. But look at this list. These are all the cloned animals. Camel, carp, cat, cattle, coyote, deer, dog, frog, fruit flies. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Goat, horse, house mouse, UFO grove. Oh, they cloned you? They threw that in. Rabbit, all types of shit. Cloning has been going on. Dolly was announced. This is a clone. I don't gotta click it no more. Y'all know. What's interesting is when Dolly, Bill Clinton was the president, and he was given a choice. Yo, we're gonna tell them we think they're ready. The president decides at that time how long before they could readdress it. He put a 10-year marker on it for whoever the next president is to decide if the human cloning can happen or not. Remember before I said I was disappointed because I couldn't find those pictures I told you I saw? I honestly saw in the textbook pictures of insects and frogs spliced in with fruits like apples and oranges is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that remind me of Gremlins too.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
I love that. Yeah, remember the Gremlin with all
remember that? No, the vegetable face. Remember that?
I remember all that. I love that movie. Seen it so many times.
This shit I remember. This shit is disgusting, bro.
After the sheet.
That other picture. Yo, that other picture was kind of like what we were saying before about the pigs. Like they could grow organs on other animals and shit like that, you know?
Yeah, they did the nose. I couldn't find a picture of the nose, but I remember that shit being all over the news.
I'm seeing it from afar, but this shit got like a crocodile face.
Yeah, like, I didn't know.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that shit look like a crocodile on top of a fucking zebra. A giraffe. That shit look crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's scary.
If I make it full screen, does it get bigger for you guys?
Nope. Nah, that's a small pic. Yeah, that's a small.
Oh yeah, now
yeah, that one. No.
Oh, it's delayed.
Oh,
yeah, that was.
Owl.
Fucking owl spider.
I'm just saying the possibility.
Oh no, that's not right.
You talked about
that dog looks extra grumpy now.
Yeah, because dogs are supposed to be in the house being annoying. This shit is in a fucking playpen outside.
I did this
definitely in the barn.
I'm the negative one. Drew's the guiding light, and Grove, you're on middle ground. I guess you level us out. So this is to get some positivity. These are positive things you can do with cloning. You can make cute aspects.
Nothing positive.
Oh
about.
No!
He's a seal.
Yo, imagine you know how you go to Build-A-Bear. Imagine if you go Build a Pet.
No
like,
way.
I want to fucking
build a pet, right? Oh, that's bug. Build a pet.
That look like a regular well, though.
We should make designer pets. Who doesn't want this? Butterfly, elephant? Come on.
No way.
Wanted that shit.
No.
All right, but that's the last of that. Those are fake juice.
Yo,
here goes some real.
You guys ever seen the glowfish? Those are like ones that they modify. The glowfish that like they glow like the colors are like different highlighters.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Not like
neon. The neon fish.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool.
I didn't know they were.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. Those are pretty cool.
Like I know why they make spider goats. Yeah, I heard of spider goats.
Spider goats? Nah.
I heard of spider crickets, nigga.
I never heard of
that
spider
shit's terrible. Nobody.
Damn.
Spider goat, nah.
Bro, I knew about this motherfucker for like, over 10 years. All right, bet. So I'm glad I could show you. I figured y'all would know about it.
Frontin'.
Bro,
a spider goat.
All right. Y'all think I'm playing.
Oh, shit.
He said, holy shit, y'all think I'm playing right now. This is a GMO animal. They gave these, they spliced these. I actually got something to show you after this that tells you exactly which species of spider and goat. But
they gotta make it bigger.
A spider.
Yo, I don't,
goat, bro.
Yo, man. Yo, that's not. I don't think that's real, man. Because goats can climb like that.
No,
yeah, they can.
I know they can. But trust me, they're real. I'm gonna show you. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Don't you worry.
Put your seatbelt on, Drew. Put your seatbelt on. I'll take you for a ride, buddy. Spider goats. It's real shit. They do it for their milk, bro.
Definitely regular goats.
Pieces of silk. I forgot why. No, I think that's what it is. They turn the milk into like cotton later. They use this shit. Some places use this in place of wool. They like make clothes with it or some shit. I got this. I got the full scoop on it. Hang in there, guys. Oh.
Who was that? Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to
sister. Oh my god.
It's sister, right?
Yeah.
I think it got out of whack, or it comes later. But I have more detailed specifics on spider goats. But for what it's worth, if it doesn't come up and I'm fucked up. For the viewers watching, look up spider goats. Feel free to look it up. They're real. Feel free to test me. All right, so more cute little. They're so cute. Which one y'all want? I want
none. I none of these shits.
Badass. The gator giraffe.
I'll take that.
All right, so you guys heard the deep face. Tell me this is another shit y'all don't know about. Damn, y'all know anything about the Illuminati? Listen, man, bro, they got some technology out here. They could do anything with anybody's face, and I'm gonna show you.
Oh, I heard about. my dude Lance just was mentioning this at our last poker game 2 weeks ago.
Bro, this shit is not a game, son. Look at these deep fakes that people have for fun. Look how good these shits are. So remember,
That's brilliant.
Better shit.
Yeah.
I don't really know what.
I don't know. Y'all watch this show, but
Jan's coming in from corporate to talk to all the women about I don't really know what.
How'd they get the voice like that too?
There's a video we're gonna watch that explains a little bit of the software.
And I did not become a Locker One Accounting volunteer sheriff's deputy to make friends. By the way, I haven't. Bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. This B-A-N-A-N-A.
It looks like he belongs on Sesame Street.
That looked like Young
Thug. Not right.
I thought that was Young Thug
that's
right
not
there.
Right. That little frail body.
Any of y'all watch this show?
Right.
Is this Office?
Oh, I love this show.
No, the show is good. It's almost looking like you can't even tell that it's The Office. It looks just like him, and it's throwing me off.
It really does.
Check this shit out.
How'd they get the voice too?
That's crazy.
What was that?
I said, how'd they get the voice too? You know, that's crazy.
Well, they masked all that shit, bro. All they need is some recordings of you, prior recordings, and they can do all types of shit. So check this shit out.
Oh, look, it's Will. It's been 30 years since Fresh Prince premiered. That's crazy. Let's take it back. Check it. Now, this is a story all about how my life got flipped turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute
at the moment
sit
is
right
happening
there
live
and say
too.
how became the president of a town called Bel Air.
That's how good a software is.
I am the
If
king
you
of
wasn't doing it live, it would look real. But y'all see all the way to the right, right?
Check this. Yes.
Interesting.
You can't tell the difference. But he's
You
acting
can't.
out with the other faces.
Showing out. Shooting some big.
Like imagine that you can act out what someone else is doing. Remember the holograms? This is like
This is lit.
meets cloning.
My mom got scared. The shit you moving with your aunt, you know, in Bel Air. I wasn't for a cabin when it came near the license plate.
Hey, this is my guy.
If anything, I could say that this cat was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it. Yo, host to Bel Air. 21. 24.
Hey.
That's about 7 or 8, and I have to carry your home. Look at my face.
And changing my voice.
I can set
Man, that looks just like
yeah, that's right. It's Kendrick's name.
Oh yeah, you can't.
We'll keep it up, dog.
it's creepy, son.
I'll tell you what.
That shit cool, dog.
If it's a concert on the motherfucking TV, the real artists don't gotta be there. Cause the way Corona is,
And
that is not gonna be no crowds anyway. So you're gonna have to watch everything from home. So that shit is so crazy, bro. Cause you could actually pull this shit off and be like, yo, that was definitely him.
Yo, people
That's
can be
lit.
trained. Things could be staged. You know, it
That's
could
what
be
I'm saying.
flags. Like
You don't have to leave to get the money no more. Rich
Look at
people,
this
rich
one,
people.
they do it live. So this guy was on this show and he does an impression of Tom Cruise. Somebody else took a deep fake and put Tom Cruise's face on his face, simultaneously as he's doing the impression.
Beginning, before anything, you get together and you read through the script, and then Tom Cruise walks in, and even those guys are like, whoa, and he's super stoked to be there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it only could be done on an existing video. That's the good thing.
And
it can't be projected by the camera.
Man, one day we're not even gonna be able to trust videos, you know?
So that's what you just saw, Grove. You saw it projected live. That's the video we just saw.
No, the person that got this video projected it live. They didn't do that through the cameras. Somebody else got this footage and then projected that same filter that we just seen.
This video was the dude took a video clip and did it. But when we saw this video, this dude has the software running live at the moment. That's what the middle is. The middle is so on the left performing this live, and the software is taking his face on the bottom and matching with the faces he put into the template
of the voices and all that. It's matching with the voices.
The machine is taking his voice and his face and turning it into the people he tells after he preloaded stuff of them.
The voice as well?
Yeah. It changes.
I didn't know the voice. I thought he was an imitator. And then it was matching the faces.
I can see why you thought that. Definitely. I think he was also, but the machine also does that. And I have something that shows it. But look what they did here. This was so good. That I'll never forget the day my brother posted this shit because he thought it was real.
What, Mariah Carey did this? I mean, Jim Carrey did this over?
No, see, that's what everyone
did. The Shining over?
Carey didn't. They took the regular Jack Nicholson scene and just put Jim Carrey's face on it, like a mask.
That's what I'm talking
about. Yo, you know what it is though?
Yeah.
Yo, it's also that Jim Carrey's face just matches so perfect for this scene.
Yeah.
That's what also makes it so believable.
I could see
like
him
he makes
doing
all those
this
crazy faces in Jack Nicholson, you know?
But that's what you would
they just blend it.
But think about the black kid we just saw. He turned into like 10 different people that were white, black, all types of ages.
Yeah, but that's through a filter.
And the voice changing, yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't think it was live. I don't think the other one was live. I think that person definitely took that video that was live and applied that filter on.
What I'm telling you is that the machine can do it live. If they wanted to go on TV right now, a dude would be off camera saying blah 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 blah. And
I don't think so.
On TV.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with you on that part.
It's not about.
I feel like it has to be recorded first for you to do that.
Software. Nah, I'm telling you, politely. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, fact. Watch this video.
A little of this.
Hold on, we can't play.
Unless the camera is actually ran through that software, and then they recording like that. You feel me? That's the only way I see that.
Make it look like anyone is saying anything.
Look at Jordan Peele. He was one of the first people to speak out about deepfakes.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
Jordan Peele created a fake video of President Obama to demonstrate how easy it is to put words in someone else's mouth.
Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet.
Not everyone bought it, but the technology behind such frauds is rapidly improving.
And they all lying.
Even as worries
yeah, I see these comments. His voice like he's lying. That shit looks so real. If that shit came on the news, people would just believe it. You know what I mean?
No, nobody. That looks fake, bro.
He lied.
No, his face is all glossy. He don't look like a wax museum version of him.
But
no, that don't look real, bro.
Well, that's
that
like one of the first videos they did. So
this is what the regular consumers have to play with. The real shit, anything that comes down is the whacker version. They keep the best of the best for them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you saying this is from regular people?
No, this is the software that regular people use. If I want to buy this software and do these shits.
Yeah. So it could be a higher software that makes it look exactly alike. Okay.
That's nothing. Nothing hits the consumer market.
Nah, without them having a higher version. You're correct.
Yeah, well, it goes absolutely. First. They decide after we done using it for more important shit. Okay, now how can we make money?
You put it on the market, make money. Yeah, of course. I get it. And then they're going to give you like a grain out of a fucking beach.
And if
you know what I mean, it's not even that good.
Yeah, and if that's not a fair assumption to make, another fair assumption to make is like what Drew said, which is they're probably going to evolve and get better at it real soon. You know what I mean?
Of course, they there.
And shit.
Nah, they there.
Increase about their potential for harm. This is your Bloomberg Quick Take on deep fakes. Deepfakes, or realistic-looking fake videos and audio, gained popularity as a means of adding famous actresses into porn scenes.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's another thing that was I found out.
It all started with porn.
Yeah.
Porn flick and putting like celebrities on it.
This technology came out of somebody's basement.
So look, bro, you see, his mouth is moving live. And it's moving mouth on George Bush live.
Yeah, I see it.
The new element, like someone else's face.
I made it big.
Yo, that's crazy. You saw him? He was making like little faces with his cheek and forehead, and it was doing it to Bush.
It's actually extremely.
So you could put a lot of emotion and good.
Well, you could do that shit with your emoji that you build on fucking Snapchat, and your emoji do the same reactions as you. It actually looked like a real cartoon. You could actually screen record and make a real cartoon off of it. That's the lit part.
I heard a rumor PlayStation 5 had to tone down the graphics because it was looking too realistic at first. And people wouldn't like it. Like it just looked too real. So it's on download.
I would like that. I would like it.
I was like, wow, that shit look real. I've seen some clips of a game called Hellblade 2, I think it's called.
Dozens of hours of human assistance to create a video that looks like this rather than this. In August, researchers at Carnegie Mellon revealed software that accurately rendered not just facial features, but changing weather patterns and flowers in bloom.
So y'all hearing this? Y'all repeat what just happened? They're saying that they're learning to use this software not just on people, but on weather.
It's doing it to and plants, flowers.
Yeah, weather and seasons. So what I'm arguing is they could say a storm is happening somewhere is not. They can say something is clear somewhere is not.
This advance is not yet available to the public.
There's another video I don't think I had here, but I watched another video where they used a deep fake to show a car driving down a road, bro, and I couldn't tell each time I was wrong. I've seen roads where it was snow, where it was this happening and that happening, and like which one's the real road, which one's the deep fake.
Damn, you should have put that on.
I couldn't find it.
I want to see that shit too. That look cool.
I don't know where it goes, bro. Fucking disappears.
The researchers around the world and at the U.S.
Defense Department had the first defense.
I wonder how they do that.
Am I the only one that can make the whole screen the video?
The artificial production.
Or maybe because they're on phones, so maybe Drew could do it.
Speech.
There are also applications that could be considered either good or bad, like the many deepfakes that exist solely to turn as many movies as possible into Nicolas Cage movies.
Oh, hi, Mark.
He's one of my favorite actors. Shouts out to him.
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, man. That guy's great.
All right, so that was our whole cloning shit.
TSG, Andrew V, UFO Grow, live stream, podcast, weird science, 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 yeah, weird science, weird science, comments, weird science, comments, weird science. Comment, 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 share. Yeah, weird science. What is that? What could it be? I don't know. Could it be? What is that? Cut that bitch open. Hit it with a stick. Sniff it, smell it, open, lick it. What is it? Hey, examine. I feel smart. I feel smart.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this thing face after that. Welcome back from intermission. It was a really short break. It's not like it's been a whole night and a day. It's been returned from the dead. I mean, return. But speaking of returning from the dead, we're now moving on to the reanimation portion. You like that segue, guys? I just thought about it. Thank you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, so that's good. Let's chill. All right, so we're gonna get into things that are short amongst reanimation. So first, what are you guys' initial thoughts on reanimation, coming back from the dead? Can it be done? Should it be done? What are your fears and concerns? What are your fantasies? Not those kind of fantasies related to reanimation, unless you got weird fetish, which I still don't want to know about it. But with that said, talk to me, guys.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel kind of weird on it because I feel kind of like iffy about it. But if it was like me, I'd want to come back from the dead. You know, I'd want another shot. So,
no way.
But I don't know. I don't know too much about it.
You guys ever saw that movie?
A little bit, but
you ever seen that movie Lazarus Effect or heard about it?
Nope.
Nah, I didn't see that.
It's a good movie. It proposes the idea that if you do bring a person back, do they come back the same? The person
they don't.
Kind of came back like evil. You know what I mean?
I actually seen Pet Cemetery, so I don't think they come back the same.
Was that like Emmanuel?
When you said it,
he said it like it was Emmanuel.
Yeah. It definitely was Emmanuel.
Article 2, Section 4.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about some current reanimation, and then we're gonna talk about past reanimation because, of course, the government's been doing it right up under our noses. So right now we got scientists make bigger monkey brains with the help of a human gene. Before I even click this article, Planet of the Apes comes to mind. I don't know about you guys.
Or Dr. Dr. Alan Monroe. I think I'm saying right.
That's a classic. That's a classic. I forgot about that. Let me pull this banner out the way so Drew's face is not black. I'm sorry, Drew. Is that better?
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, scientists make it. He's kind of cute though, but if he was
that nigga looked like a president. If it was white, hair, it looked like a president.
He does. You gotta put a little suit on him.
Oh, they thought about Planet of the Apes too. Like, what could go wrong? Obviously, the article, y'all can read it. That kind of was a bust. I brought articles to show, but I can't zoom in with this software. So I'm gonna browse the article a little bit. But there's a gene in question, the ARHGAP11B gene, and it helps to create an enlarged neocortex by triggering brain stem cells to form more stem cells. So in other words, like rapidly increase the intelligence. You know, what happens if you can't put a cat to this? Or the see, Drew already knows. Drew's like, I saw Planet of the Apes. I saw Pet Cemetery too. I don't know what Pet Cemetery says about this, Grove, but you seem to be an expert on that. What the fuck? I don't know. Like, obviously, they're gonna say, like, I don't even have to read the rest of the article, and I know Drew could probably say it too, but like, you know, they probably have. I would imagine this technology will be helpful with like Alzheimer's, dementia, some stuff of that nature. Right. But again, the big pharmaceutical is a profitable company. Do you think they would even release some shit like that?
I think they're gonna have to test it. They're gonna have to work on it.
I think if they design the way to clear it, this is what they'll do. They say, nah, we'll suppress it and slow it down. You pop this pill every week. You know, so secretly they could probably wipe this shit away or reverse it, but they're like, nah, we'll suppress it, slow it down.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
So Drew, talk to me. Tell me something positive, Drew.
I don't know what you.
So you feel better.
I don't really know what you would do with that. Just making monkeys smarter and stuff. You know.
All right, so let's find out their reasoning. I didn't want to take time to read it out.
Are they using that CRISPR thing like we were talking about before with the genetic engineering? I thought it said that. Like
as far as what each process is done for each. I'm glad you brought that up because I reviewed the last shit. Now something I felt I didn't get to express what I was trying to say. I don't know what individual process, you know what I mean, for each GMO. But what I was trying to express was that with each GMO, they do different things. And some of the things that they do, whether it be remove stuff or add stuff, has mad harmful side effects, you know what I mean? But overall, I don't know what the particular procedure is. And in my honest opinion, it's irrelevant when I was speaking on context. But as far as being specific, I'm not quite sure. We'd have to look more into that. But that's a good question, you know, in that context. I don't know what particular, you know, I'm sure there got to be slight differences in each, you know what I mean?
Can I tell you my pros and cons?
Yeah, tell me your pros and cons.
If I want this.
Because I didn't want to take time out to read it like while we're recording, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I'll tell you. I wouldn't want it if it's anything like Pet Cemetery. I will want it if it's anything, if it's something like The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't have no problem with that.
Yo, so fill me in. What's the difference? I never saw that movie.
One, you come back without your basically you come without a soul. Yeah, go ahead.
Kind of like a clone, right?
Huh? Yeah, that's a clone. Yeah,
that
exactly.
Was like a clone.
Yeah.
Kind of context.
But if it could come back good like that, then I'm with it. But if it could come back without a soul, then no.
You know, when people talk about extending life, they talk about something like that, bringing back a clone with your memories, or downloading your memories and some artificial intelligence fucking capsule to upload in somebody else's ass and you become that person. But
that's Black Mirror.
What I'm getting at is it really you? Or is it a carbon copy that thinks it's you? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how comfortable I feel
about it.
That if I think I'm actually returning. Like if they said, hey, listen, for 50 G's right now, boom, you download it, upload it in somebody else's ass, you good to go. I'm gonna be like, damn, I'm really gonna be worth it. I don't know, it depends how you like to be uploaded. How you like to be uploaded, bro. I mean, I don't judge. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to judge nobody.
How do you like to be uploaded?
Yeah, well, not like that.
Volunteering. He's confessing. All right, let's see what to figure out how they're doing it.
Yo, I'm with you though, Joe. That's the one thing about it. Like with the reanimation and stuff, like I don't like. Is it really gonna be you, or is it just even with the clones? Like, is that actually me, or is that just somebody with all my shit, in them? You know what I mean? So,
And speaking back to the terms of these monkeys, if they don't cap the shit, control it, or if they can't guarantee. What's funny is that with science, with certain contexts, they're real quick to be like, mutation, we can't do this, we can't do that. But then they do other stuff, and they don't really talk about the mutation, right? They say, we got this figured out, we got it controlled. But in reality, they don't, because what do they say in other contexts? Well, mutations can happen no matter what, for anything, base. If this fucker mutates smarter than us, what do you do? That's just going to organize. It's kind of like when we talked about the androids in episode 1. Plug in. Make sure you guys go watch that. Facebook.com/MMABUG.
Watch that.
But,
go watch that.
It would nationally, as a sentient being, especially if it's superior in some way, it's gonna feel entitled. It's gonna feel it wants to be recognized as society.
Oh, of course, it's gonna start trying to conquer. That's a fact.
I mean, it may even conquer. Worst case scenario, which is probably most cases. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So here we go. Scientists are giving dead brains new life. What could go wrong? So I skimmed a lot of stuff I brought you guys, but there was some time in between, so I can't quite recall what everything has. But this is a study where I know it was the reason why I brought this up.
They're bringing dead brain cells to life? Is that what you said?
Yes, this was there was a recent study. I know there's a reason I have this in here. There's something I want to show.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But they're attempting to reanimate, and I believe they were successful partially.
That's crazy talk, sir. That's crazy. Oh.
So what do you guys think about that? You think it could go wrong? What about like a crazy zombie scenario? Or the person,
of course.
I think of a medical. There's I forget the exact name of the medical condition. Drew, you may be aware of this now, but if you receive bad enough head trauma, it kind of reboots you as a whole entire fucking human being. There's so many tragic stories and tales of people, loved ones, parents, where they're told straight up from a doctor who's honest, like, listen, your loved one was in a certain kind of accident. And the person that you remember is dead. They died on the side of that road that day, or they died from that fall. And the person that you have is going to be completely reprogrammed. It has to learn everything from the ground up, how to eat, talk again, everything. Like from a child back up. It completely designs an entire new person. And in most cases, that person that comes back is bitter, resentful, stressed out from all the pressures of like relearning as an adult, not being able to function. Imagine being in your own body and being trapped in it. You can't function. You can't communicate.
You got to wait to develop. That's crazy.
Like torture.
Yeah, that is torture. I don't like that one. No. That's not for me.
Nah, me neither.
You know how many niggas that's comfortable right now and they don't got no nigga to watch over their back, and the nigga that they just killed get their shit brung back, and now he back? Hell no.
You talking about vengeance?
Yeah, I'm talking about street shit. I'm talking about street shit. If you left him back, you want him to be left at the light. You don't want him. Jeez, that's not fair. That's like a video game. Then I just did that. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not big on the reanimation.
This article shit is so long.
It's weird to me. I don't know. Yo, I saw that there's I think it's in China, but there's this company that kind of puts everything we're talking about together too, where they can make clones of your dog. So if your dog dies or something, and you take a sample of its skin and like you put it in the fridge, and you got like 4 days or something, and they can clone your dog. It costs $100,000, and apparently they've done this.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I read a story about people that faced backlash because they did it and they announced it on the internet, and they told the people that gave them backlash, you know, kiss my ass. They were like, "Fuck it, we know it's not the same dog. We don't care." It made us feel better. It helped us, you know, get through the whole
with the pain.
Morning.
That's the crazy part. But shouts out
rich person
Fifth Day, bro.
But shouts out Fifth Day. You know, some rich person. Yeah, that's the movie I'm thinking is. That was cool. You said Fifth Day or Fifth Wave?
No, the Fifth Day.
Oh, I seen some shit called Fifth Wave. That shit was tight. That's the movie you would like. You like the science fiction.
I think I seen that.
Yeah, check that out if you haven't. You probably have. I had something to add, but girl threw me off.
Yeah, my bad. Because that's in the movie, son, and now they doing it.
Yo, so the couple, you know, oh yeah, that's what it was. They were being scrutinized. You know, they told them like, hey, listen, it is what it is. You know, they wanted to. Oh, that's what it was. Rich people. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. You know, rich people somewhere, whether it's black market or not, is gonna attempt or have or want to, you know, bring back someone they love. You know what I'm saying?
Already, or may have already done it. We don't know that black market like that.
Yeah,
that shit is exquisite.
I threw that in there. You missed it though.
Okay, my bad.
Nah, so good. The delay would be weird. I was playing back our last right before the intermission, and there was two parts I gotta say, bro. My bad. You were talking, and I didn't get you on delay, so I literally just kept on moving and just kept talking. And you said like a whole statement, and I never heard that shit. So my bad. You know
no, it's nothing.
All right, so
I'll be having the same trouble too sometimes. I'd be off a little.
Yeah, because we're on Wi-Fi, so the Wi-Fi be fucking us all up. And some days different people have like a bad day. Grove's got better, but that first episode, Grove I think had a little bit of bad delay. Yesterday, Drew, you went out of the podcast like 3 times in the beginning, but lucky thing that was like shit. I cut it all out. But I got some so make sure you guys also check out the bloopers of the full episodes. Obviously, you're watching the full episode right now, unless it's a segment of the full episode. But anyway, back to what we're doing. So, top 5 cases of zombies in the real world. Do y'all know of any zombies in the real world? Besides, like, the fucking bath salt incidents? I got some stuff to show you guys. Drew,
they got some zombies in Haiti. They got some zombies in Haiti. They got voodoo put on them. And in Jamaica.
That's actually what you mentioned in the beginning.
Yeah. They got zombies. I heard of zombies. I've seen zombies. So, yeah.
What's interesting is one of the things we got, there's more to it. A lot of people thought the zombie shit in Haiti, like you mentioned, was just superstition. But one of these things I'm going to show you guys, I came across the story of a dude who went out there to really see what the hell is up. And he found out that they were actually making a concoction of all these different toxins and hallucinogens and venoms that fuck you up and like create a real zombie, bro. So there's like truth to it. And he brought back the serum, you know, and you could analyze the serum and you could see why it caused all the different things it did based on the different venoms. And it's bugged out.
Did he bring back the serum for what?
Yeah, bro. What you think? He'd probably try to make buku bucks and weaponize it. I forget. The story it comes across money. Let's talk about zombie ants. Who knows about the zombie ants? Drew, you probably do.
Yeah, I remember this a little bit, but refresh my memory. I think it's just like I don't want to say. I can't read it, so.
All right, so pretty much this is some wild shit. This is a fungus, right? A fungi. I can't say the word.
Yeah, that's it.
Cordyceps, some shit. It has more than 200 species of it. And it says mycologists are still counting. But this fungus is toxic to animals, but one in particular is, here it goes. This species of fungus will target and infect various insects through their spores. After infection takes place, the parasitic fungus takes control of the insect's mind, altering its behavior to make the propagation of fungal spores more likely. Damn, fuck me up.
So it do sound familiar.
They feed on the insects.
That's cool.
Check this shit out, bro. They feed on the insects they attach to, growing into and out of their bodies until the insect dies.
Wow. Fatality.
So that's when you see this long segment coming out of the ant.
Yeah, that's
There's
crazy.
more to the story because what they actually do is, if I recall, is they make the fungi before its death go to other ants so it can affect the other ants, or climb the top of a blade so it can be caught up by a bird or something, and then enter a bird. It's fucking crazy. And this is a fucking fungus. Zombie
that's
spiders.
Crazy. Yeah, that's
Dan
crazy.
Drew knew this one too. Drew's like, yup. I had to run in with the zombie spiders. Zoologist Felipe Fernando's, some other shit there from British Columbia and Vancouver. They found that a previously unknown species of the Yo, this is fucking me up, these big words. I wish I had to zoom in. It's a wasp. It can manipulate spiders from the Anomalies species to an extent that researchers have never before witnessed in nature. Let me see what the spider does exactly. They create cocoons.
Cool. Yeah. They look like they did. That should look like a shirt.
So check this out. The wasp will lay eggs on the abdomen of a spider. When the egg hatches and the wasp larva emerges, it starts to feed on the spider and begins to take control of its body. Once the larva has gained full control of its host, it turns it into a zombie-like creature that is compelled to stray away from its mates, in which case it'll go somewhere private to spin a cocoon-like nest that will allow the larva to grow into the adult wasp. Before entering the new cocoon, though, the wasp larva first finishes its job by devouring its host.
Yo, nature is brutal. Fucking brutal, man. Shit.
So we got
they shouldn't. It should be brutal like that. They don't pay no fucking rent. They just fucking running amok.
We got the reanimated virus. Ooh, I guess it came out from the ice. Y'all was worried about the viruses in Mars, right? Episode 1, plug in on Facebook.com. Yo, this ice shit, this is some real shit. So in 2014, researchers from Blase found giant viruses are called this way because though still tiny, they are easily visible under the microscope. But there is something else that makes this virus, P. Siberium, stand apart. It is a DNA. I probably fucked up all these science words, so y'all just go have to figure it out. It's a DNA virus that contains a large number of genes, as many as 500 to be precise. So, Drew, you know a lot about organisms and bacteria. Does that impress you or interest you in any way? That it's DNA?
Yeah, I think that's ill. The fact that it survived and everything.
It says this is stark contrast with other DNA viruses, such as HIV, which only contains about 12 genes in all. So this shit got 500 genes to contend with. They're called giant viruses.
I don't know what that means though, really, but right? It sounds crazy.
It sounds cool though, so it's good for the show. It sounds cool. Just run with it.
It's like mad genes, but I don't know like what the outcome of that is, you know?
Yeah, because like some big
nature's weird. Something could have like mad genes and shit, and then it could be
a little bitch, right? Yeah. It's like some big people, it could be big for nothing.
So I don't know what the fuck that means.
All right, zombie plants. 2014. Y'all seen that movie? There was some M. Night Shyamalan movie where the plants turn people into zombies.
Oh, I think The Happening.
That movie was frightening to me because off of my instincts of just
The Happening,
the basics I know about plant life, like that is a small possibility that could happen. But plants would adapt in that manner that movie proposes. Crazy.
That was a good movie.
So in 2014, researchers found that certain bacteria known as Phytoplasma turn some plants into zombies. The bacteria which insects oh fuck, I can't pronounce this word. Let me try to see where it does. Let me see. Okay, so what it does is it makes the plant do something and like be more appealing and stick its petals out or some shit a little more to attract more and more insects, in which case it keeps spreading through those insects. And the plant is dead, but the plant will look all alive and vibrant to attract more.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's fucking
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy too, man. It's like it's keeping it alive. Well, it's not keeping it alive, but it's just making it look like it's alive.
Yeah.
It's not even a plant.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I brought up the movie.
What I mean.
The movie was about plants releasing spores. So that's a crazy another idea in a different context is bugged out. In this context, it's kind of trippy because it's a bacteria that's using plants as a tool to get to the insects. This bugged out. You know what I mean? A bacteria doing that. Human zombies. But can humans turn into zombies? Let's see. All right, so this is what gets into the story of the Haitian zombies. So in 1997, there was a published study paper in The Lancet in which they analyzed the cases of 3 individuals from Haiti whose communities had identified as zombies. The first zombie had catatonic schizophrenia, a rare condition that makes the person act as though they are walking into a stupor. The second person had experienced brain damage and also had epilepsy, while the third appeared merely to have a learning disability. People with chronic schizophrenic illness, brain damage, or learning disability are not uncommonly met with wandering in Haiti. And they would be particularly likely to be identified as lacking volition and memory, which are characteristics of a zombie. But there is also a specific psychiatric disorder called Cotard syndrome that can cause people to act like zombies. Interesting. I didn't recall coming across that. This is because they are under the delusion that they are dead or decomposing. Y'all remember that bath salt shit? That was the dude was on bath salt eating people. Police shot him up and he still kept eating people. Y'all seen that video? I seen that video with my own eyes. That shit was wild. This dude was literally eating this dude's stomach live. And police was shooting him and he was just like, let me finish my meal, motherfuckers. I'm eating. Yo, dead ass.
Wow. Yeah, that's wild, man.
There was another woman, and they blamed it on bath salt. But hey, you never know. What if there was something else going on and they just covered it up? There was around that same time, there was another woman who cut her stomach open and started pulling her own guts out in the middle of traffic. I believe it happened in Los Angeles, I think it was, or some crazy shit. A lot of wild shit going on. Or maybe it was this psychiatric disorder called Cotard syndrome. I don't know. Interesting shit.
Could be. Who knows, man? It definitely some kind of mental problem or something, yo.
Yeah.
You know, doing shit like that. It's crazy.
Nah, so
that made me think of the what is the samurais? What do they do that? Harry Carrier? I don't know what it's called. They got to cut themselves open.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it. What's it called?
I forget. Yeah, I can't pronounce it correctly. All right, so what I'm pulling up.
Yeah, they would cut themselves open though. That's wild.
So I know this had something that wasn't on the other articles. That's what I'm pulling up. This is mentioning the fungus right now, but I just wanted to point out. Look at the ant with the fungus going out. This is trippy, right?
Yeah.
It's a video game Last of Us that got zombies like that, and shit grows out of your head. It's crazy. It's like a fungus. So this mentions the wasps. Let's see. I think we got the wasps. And a larva's munching on that bad boy. All right, hold on. We're gonna move on. There was something else too about that takes over a cockroach. You guys know what insect I'm talking about? Not insect, it's parasite. Brainworms are fucked up. Y'all heard about the zombie fish?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of like parasitic animals that like attack the brain and make other animals do what they want.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just.
I just know that for ants though. I've been seeing that on Discovery Channel and shit.
So this parasite takes over the fish. The fish put themselves in a vulnerable position, purposely being caught by the hunting birds. And then that's how it gets into the hunting bird to keep going on the cycle. Scientists discovered it because they started to notice that there were fish that instead of hiding from the hunting birds would go near them and not freak out. So they, explored more and they figured it out. So I thought that was interesting to point out.
That is.
There's also something that takes over like a cockroach to get into another insect, to get into another shit, and a fly or something. Anybody?
Yeah.
Know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know there's like there's some snail that it gets this parasite in it, and it starts like pulsating in the snail. So you could like I don't know. You'd have to pull up a video to see it yourself, but it's pulsating in the snail, and it does that so a bird could come by and notice it and eat it, and then it begins its life cycle in the bird and shit.
In the bird.
So it's kind of like what you're talking about.
That's almost alienish. That's too smart.
It is
something like that.
A zombies 101. Let's take a look at how the idea of zombies began. No, we're not gonna do that. Real life zombies. What would you guys do in a zombie? What would be the first shit you guys do if a zombie apocalypse shit really started popping off? Like right now.
I seen Walking Dead, man. I'm pretty sure I know how to fight them. if it's anything like that, I'm pretty sure I'm good.
Are they the quick ones or the slow ones?
Oh, Z Nation ones? No way.
Now, Drew. Yeah, Drew's thinking along the terms I'd be thinking. That'd be my first question. Are we talking slow zombies or are we talking fast zombies? If we're talking slow zombies, I should do good for a while.
I'm good.
Zombies, we're all gonna die.
No, that's a fact. I don't even want to think of that.
You're gonna put up a fight if they slow.
Yeah.
I'd be more worried about like weapons and stuff, because if you really like bashing something against a bunch of zombies, like your weapons would probably be breaking a lot, or get stuck and you can't use them.
Yeah,
you probably need a lot of weapons.
Video games taught us to just like think we could fucking hook up a super soaker and a lighter, and now we got a flamethrower. You know what I'm saying?
And that would be good, right?
And then it never breaks, and somehow we keep finding fuel. But the reality of it is like you gotta do whatever you can. Like if it comes down to it, I'll be in that bitch sharper than pencils if I have to. Like
of course, that's effective. That's effective.
Something. It goes that fucking amphitheater. I haunt my dreams.
I saw this. I saw some science thing about zombies, and they were saying like if you had to take down the zombies, the best thing to do would go for the back of their neck to like sever their stem or whatever. Because if you try to go for their brain, you have like all that thick skull to have to like compete with. I mean, so it'd be better to go for like the back of the neck or towards the the spine area of the neck.
Are you gonna politely ask to turn around? Like that's.
I guess if you got some guns though, whatever, right?
Yeah, but you still gotta aim for the back of the neck. You said like even if you had a gun, that don't change.
It's awkward.
Like, yeah, you're gonna ask the zombie to turn around. Like, spin around for me, bitch, so I can shoot you in the back of the neck, stab you in the back of the neck. Like, that's good information because it's better than no information. But I don't know how useful that is to me. If it's coming straight at me, like.
Well, you could swing. You could not aim for the back of the neck so much, but maybe like the side, or
Oh, so you gotta
of course.
I've never really tried to
hit that shit on the side of the
neck.
Listen, sometimes video games teaches you a gem. It all depends on if there's a group. If there's a group, run, hit the nearest near you as you keep running. If it's one, you go for the leg. Just take that fucking leg out. You know what I'm saying? Bust the kneecap, the zombie fall, pop him in the head, stab him in the head. Roll with me. I got y'all. Just roll with me. All right?
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all don't get y'all scraps though. In my crew, I get I get all the resources. I'll give you a couple.
Oh, so you Negan or whatever his name is,
bro. If I had, I'm kidding. No, I wouldn't be Negan. You know why? I think about that sometimes. It's funny you bring that up.
He's the best character in the whole show, other than Daryl.
We in a zombie apocalypse. Resources are limited. What y'all gonna turn into an asshole? Look me in my eye. Don't lie to me. Which one of y'all is gonna turn into an asshole? Start Negan people. Work together with the community.
The asshole, right?
I do like power. But I don't think I'll do that, son. I do have a heart. I like power though.
My heart is gonna get me killed. Or I'm gonna just be feeling fucked up, and a lot of people are gonna die around me. Because you know what I think about a lot? This is what I think about. This is how my mind works. You can't trust nobody in these scenarios. Like the first person that's like, ow, help. I'm like, nah, bitch, it's a trap. Nope.
It's definitely a trap. Yeah. You gotta stay with your circle.
Ain't nobody getting saved unless like me, because I'm not going to you. That's one. I wouldn't want to steal from nobody, but what if you haven't eaten in weeks? What if you got a kid with you? Your kid needs to eat.
Still a little bit.
Now we're looking at each other funny.
It depends on who you stealing from. Are you stealing from a person? Or are you stealing from a group?
There's us three. We haven't eaten in 6 months, and we got one Snicker bar.
And it's a bunch of old ladies who got the food.
I don't trust
a bunch of old ladies we got to steal from.
Well, Nah,
I'll take
us. What do we do?
It's us, bro. One candy bar. One co-host lives.
I'm saying we can leave him a little food, you know?
Oh, girl. See, he's already thinking smart. He trying to trick me. But then as soon as I turn my back, he gonna stab me and eat the whole candy bar. But he like,
no. I think we should all split the rations, and whoever runs out should get jumped and beat up because you're gonna try to kill us.
You got the best idea, the honorable idea, and I respect you for that. But I also,
it's causes us 3. But if it's random niggas, fuck that shit.
The extreme paranoia, because now I might be thinking, oh, it's a setup. So now I'm gonna have to kill you for safety and protection.
Oh, shit. And then, well, that answers who's gonna be the first to go off.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's you, buddy.
Drew naturally is gonna think he's next. So now I have to kill Drew so he don't kill me out of defense. He thinks I'll be killing him next. If you think about it, it makes a lot of logical sense. But we're gonna move on now that I gave y'all a reason to resent me for the rest of our lives.
You ain't killing me, bro.
Kill me over a Snicker.
I would not be killed. I would not be killed, especially over a Snicker. First of all, I'm not eating nothing sweet. That's not gonna satisfy me.
He's not eating nothing sweet. So it's been 6 months you haven't eaten. You're like, nah, I can't eat that. It's gonna.
It's still got to be squirrels. It's still got to be worms. You got my mom. I fried up worms back in the day and I ate them.
What the fuck? Why would you do that? Just experiment?
I was always on some nature. I liked the Nature Channel.
Yeah, but what part of nature fries worms? Like
it was survival, and they was eating bugs and shit. Gross. They was talking about nutrients.
So they dropped you off in the woods for a little too long using survival.
No, I just went. I went in my backyard.
That just
tastes like sand.
Oh, that's even better.
You sure that wasn't a grown up ritual?
Like some worms, man.
You gotta survive in the woods for 3 days.
It's not good, bro. It don't taste good.
Now they got the little wood patches.
Yeah.
I could have told you that.
Come home for 3 nights. Be a man. Go be a man.
Yeah. Definitely. My mom was pissed.
He come back to his older brother like, yo, you wasn't playing. Them worm sandwiches be the shit. Them just as I.
Yeah.
I fried them bitches. It was
I'll eat another worm. We don't have to fight over a Snicker. I'd rather find real protein.
So, we're gonna have to do an experiment on this show. We're
what
have
happened?
To put that to the test.
We're gonna podcast
science. With it.
Yeah, right.
For weird science.
so we all podcast at separate locations, right? What if, like, out of nowhere, one of us started like acting weird and strange and like turned into some shit like this shit and just fucking got up in your shit? But you really love that person. You taking them out?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
Well, for their own good. You see how
every zombie movie showed us that.
Y'all say it's for them, but it's for you, you selfish ass. Y'all selfish. Y'all heard of this movie right
now? It's easing my nerves.
I think
so. Yeah.
I think that's what makes zombies kind of the scariest, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you have to like, you could become one, which might be worse than death. That's arguable, absolutely. And you might have to take out somebody you love. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
What scares me is zombies. What's up?
Let me ask you something, Young.
Yeah.
If you had to go against the slow zombies, right? And it's just you and one slow zombie, what would you say is the best form of martial arts to use against that zombie? Like, I would guess jiu-jitsu would be the worst kind to use.
Yes,
what would be the best?
It depends on who the jiu-jitsu. It depends on who the grappler is. You know what I mean? Because some jiu-jitsu guys are that good. They'll take his back probably.
I'm saying if you were getting attacked by a zombie.
My jiu-jitsu is good, but it's not that good. I would go with my Muay Thai, and I would take out a fucking leg with a round kick. You know what I'm saying? But a nice high guard, keep his fucking mouth back after the leg kick. And then once he's down, I'm just going good old-fashioned head stomp. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I might lightly ask him to spin over so I could shoot him in the back of the neck like that. The other strategy.
Like Drew said. Yeah.
What about you, bro?
Yeah.
What do you do, bro?
I'm going to try to stab them in the brain. That's it. That's what I was taught.
But the common error people make, when you go for that stab, you need 2 hands, right? One hand needs to control the head. So you got to palm that forehead. You got to grab the throat. You know what I'm saying? I think.
Hey, yo. Palm the forehead.
Bro, you gotta be careful because he could bite your ass. Imagine he lower his hand, he see the hand. So I would go maybe hands on the chest. You know what I'm saying? Hands on the chest. I don't know. I thought about the slide. What about you, Drew?
Yeah, keeping him at distance. Yeah, that's good.
You know man. You got to create distance. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. The best way. It depends on the weapon, really, that I got. If I got a long knife, I'd try to stab him in the head, but probably like under the chin or something. You know? Probably. I don't know. It depends.
I won't get the kill.
There's a lot of variables.
Yo.
What's up?
You think if zombies do come, you think they'll respect the social distance?
Definitely not.
They not on that? Damn. Yeah.
What if we get them to wear masks? Then we won't have to worry about them biting us.
Yeah,
we can just get them to wear masks, you know?
Well, speaking of dangerous outbreaks, the government probably has in their back pocket waiting to release us. I mentioned the quarantine movie. Who's seen the quarantine movie?
I've seen it, but that was a while ago.
I've seen it a long time ago, bro.
So do y'all remember spoilers for anybody? The movie's really old, so sorry, spoilers. But y'all remember what was going on in the movie? Why this building? And you know, this isn't. I gotta be careful how I say this. It's based on a true story, but it isn't. No one knows what happened in this building. But what is based on a true story is there was a time where the government, and I found out, I looked this up, I believe there was 12 or 17, one of those two numbers comes to mind, but there were 12 or 17 incidents where the government and the CDC went somewhere, locked it the fuck down, and never answered another question again. People even went missing in some cases. In the case of this movie, apparently this whole apartment building was locked down, and I don't know, they weren't seen from again. No one knows what happened. So in the movie, they proposed that the people caught an accelerated case of rabies, where you become bit and infected almost instantly. And they had the raging fast anomalies that won't stop coming. You know, that's technically real. That is a strong possibility. That could, if God forbid rabies ever mutated or was forced to mutate, that is a dangerous weapon. Yeah. And I bet they fucked with it or thought about it, but they realized we can't control this shit. You know, it could get out of hand and just, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely spend mad millions of dollars to experiment on some shit they probably knew was a bad idea, but they got to try anyway. And they'd be like, yo, we was right. It's a bad idea. Lock it up.
Yo, this shit is going to look so crazy, bro. You about to patch this in. Everybody was drinking last night. And now you got coffee, son got a tea with a smidgen of lime, and I got a fucking Aquafina water. They go like, what the fuck?
Because we've been replaced with our clone zombies. You see, we're just keep going back to the show. Plug in facebook.com/MMABUG. So this woman right here, she's a physician. See her, the smiling lady right here. She talks about the why did I bring her up again? All right, she talks about how a zombie apocalypse could really happen. And she
make her bigger. Can you make her bigger?
Nah, I can't zoom it in.
I'm not trying to front. Oh, there she go. Because when she was far back, back, she looked like Titi Dorcas. I swear to God, I couldn't even. I had to.
Yo, think about what I've been saying on podcasts. I can't zoom in. What the fuck, man? Look, we can zoom. We can zoom. And the boom. Just shake it. I'm gonna get copyright issues for that. Taking it back. This is the old school radio station. I'm your DJ now. Yo, some of these symptoms I get now, I think I have rabies.
What? Let me see these shit.
Oh yeah, I get.
You think you got some of them? Oh, shit.
Yeah, I got pain and tingling and itching all over the place. You guys don't get tingling and itching? I present bizarre behavior all the time. Biting, maybe not, because I ain't no bitch. I fight. I ain't a biter.
Talk that.
Paralysis, sleep paralysis. Check. Yeah, I got these symptoms, Drew. Diagnose me. I got rabies right now. Fever, chills, joint pain. Oh, now they talking about that COVID. Yeah, I was bringing that up. They got COVID and what the fuck? My brain is not working right now. So these are other diseases that she proposes could lead to some realistic form of a zombie apocalypse. Now that these words are big, Drew, you want to help me with these big words? How do I pronounce this?
Leprosy?
That's what I was thinking. Leprosy. All right. It's an infection caused by slow-growing bacteria. Records show it dates back to over 4,000 years ago in Egypt, China, India, and Africa. Wow, that's a fucking ancient type jump off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Causes damage to nervous system, skin, and joints. Because of nerve damage, people might not feel the skin and develop injuries and ulcers. You know, back to the rabies. There's no cure for rabies. Once you present the first system, it's already too late. There's no hope for you.
I thought the 10 shots in your stomach get rid of rabies.
I said once you get the first symptom. So what happens is, and I think about this all the time. I think about a lot of weird shit. But now that you mention it, bro, to clear that up.
Inform me,
most people when they get bit by a dog, what's the first thing you do? You go
to the hospital.
Hospital, yeah. And another thing is, even in the case of people who don't say anything, chances are they didn't get bit by any rabid dog. You know what I'm saying? But I always wonder, like, where have they been a case? Because there has to have been where someone got bit by a rabid animal, didn't say nothing, and weeks passed, occurred for them to get the symptom and become the first rabies person.
Wookie?
But even then, if they bit somebody else, that'll probably be reported and then it'll be contained. So it couldn't necessarily just become an uncontrollable problem unless it had a rapid acceleration of symptoms. You know what I'm saying? That's something else.
That almost sounds zombie-ish too.
But that's what I'm implying is that if it was to be rapid, it would certainly be a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. That's scary.
That's a good scenario.
And that sounds like a fast one.
People won't feel pain.
If you walked out of your house one day and everybody's foaming out of the mouth and wants to bite you, might as well be the fucking zombie apocalypse.
And they don't stop. They'll appear dead because no matter what damage you do to them, they keep coming until their brain is physically dead. So they didn't die and come back. They're not reanimated corpses. But we might as well call them shit zombies too. You know what I mean? Like you said.
Facts.
We got
it's different. It's different levels of zombies. So yeah.
You guys ever heard of mad cow disease? That's something that's been around a long time. That's similar to it. We got this right here. It's a bacterial skin infection that spreads quickly and kills the body's soft tissue. So it'll make you appear dead. It's called the fleshing disease. Oh my gosh, now I know what this is. Yeah, this is some terrifying shit. This and MRSA. Imagine something that eats you and you can't stop it. It's crazy, scary, terrifying.
That sounds like a mountain lion.
That's crazy. Yo, I saw a picture. That shit's crazy. Yo, I seen a picture on Instagram of a guy who had that flesh-eating disease. Yo, no lie, half of his head and stuff. Yo.
Oh it's
I didn't crazy.
See that. I didn't see that particular case you're talking about, but I've seen others. And you literally see inside of these people's body. Like you can see their whole chest cavities. Yo, I seen some shit. The dude's whole side.
It fucking literally eats them, yo. That shit is no joke.
There's I believe it's a spider. There's two forms of spiders. I think a camel spider might be venomous. Correct me if I'm wrong. Those shits will make your flesh fall off. And there's a spider in Texas that if it bites you, it's a flesh eating like venom. Crazy. People lose whole parts of themselves. Why did I bring this up? I brought this up for a reason. 10 reasons. Oh, I brought this up because I wanted to make you guys feel better. Because this starts off like it says that it's impossible. But then like right away in the beginning, it's like, nah, second thought, it is. It was some stupid shit. Hold on, let me see. We're running out of time though. We got 15 minutes. I want to show you guys the rest of this stuff. So somebody talk to me for a second. Talk to our audience. But I'll look up something real quick.
Yeah, man. So this has been a good episode, man. I've been enjoying this. Everything linked together so beautifully. All these different things. Yeah, I don't want to be in a. If we were in a zombie apocalypse, though, I think I'm gonna die. Straight up, I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Oh, okay.
I just don't. I hate to have low confidence in myself that, but
that sounds terrible.
The first thing I think of, right? Because you gotta fight for survival. You gotta try. Like we all sit here and be like,
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm not gonna give up or anything.
So then my mind, because as intelligent people, we battle with like reality and when we want to go against the odds and have faith in something. So it's like I think, fuck that, I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna survive. But then I think in my head, okay, so how many days am I gonna survive? Because
I don't know that's what I mean. Yeah.
Like, how many
what
days
happens when that one bad scenario comes?
I don't know. It's crazy. So this is 10 reasons why zombie apocalypse are physically impossible. Maybe not physically impossible, but things to consider. Humidity. I don't even have to read the rest of this because I'm sure they're implying the flesh rotting. The dead will probably decompose so badly that could they even move around? You know how a corpse becomes bloated, the guts explode. You know what I
mean? They would have no tissue, no muscle, all that stuff would just deteriorate. They wouldn't even be able to move. You'd have to just hide in your house for a couple of days, really.
Yeah, I think that's what it's imposing. See, Drew, we're onto something. We're gonna survive this shit. We just need snacks, like 2 weeks worth of snacks.
Snacks. Yeah, this guy's talking about snacks.
We're gonna skip it. Metabolic meltdowns. We humans eat food so we can convert chemical energy. True. If they don't get the brains right away, maybe they won't even be able to move. They won't have caloric content. I'm gonna skip this a little bit because I want y'all to see the rest. Dog eat zombie. Oh yeah, that's something we never thought about. Actually, we just assume they want live flesh. But what if the zombies start eating other zombies and then they cancel each other out?
That's true.
That's possibility. I think
we got a sensory overload. I guess you just stimulate the shit out of them and they're just like, stop, and they panic. I don't know. Maybe they turn around and give you the back of their neck. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Right in your face. I don't know what this is.
Oh my gosh.
Not zombies.
Yeah, if you're a zombie, you might even think she's pretty.
Oh, look at this. I didn't think that, but has anybody considered they might have poopers? Zombies probably can't poop.
Zombies probably can't poop.
So I guess they'll go septic and then explode.
What would that mean?
I think they just fall.
My guess is they get like septic. I said skeptic. Septic of some sort, causing some rapid decomposing. Hold on, time out. I'm being attacked. Yeah. A zombie toddler literally climbed up on multiple things and almost like jumped over the computer. I'm not even kidding. I'm kidding about the zombie part. Nothing else. Everything else is true. Zombie science. Could we ever resurrect the dead? What did I have stored here? Oh yeah, I think this is the story of the guy who tried to bring back the serum and show it to people. And they were like, dude, why the fuck would you do that? Nobody wants to get high off of that shit. So he's like, damn, nobody wants the zombie smoke, and then he stopped trying to sell it.
Yeah. That nigga's angry right now.
So, Drew, you mentioned something about pigs, didn't you? I believe you did.
Pigs, you said?
Yeah. Pigs being used. I forgot what. I believe this talks about it.
Oh yeah, that was his organs. Yeah. Pigs' organs.
Yeah, the genetic engineering and stuff.
Yeah.
How many commercials are you watching?
Yeah, man. So yeah, the genetic engineering is crazy, man. You know, it could definitely be used for bad things, but it could be used for good things too.
Yeah.
What people do, I don't know, but what's this?
They definitely can't have it and don't want people living for long. So
impending.
If they do reanimation, I mean, we'll be lucky if they let us use it for like some type of medicinal. But they're not gonna let us extend our life. You know, that's gonna be the rich.
No, hell no.
Spiritual guidance to bring us
comfort. COVID. Hello.
Likely took this precaution due to the ethical concern. Brain after death. How can we now define true clinical death? With the advent of new knowledge comes more. This is because if doctors can use something like they're harmful to creatures and how dead an organism needs to be before it can be cool, being continuously resurrected future and reanimated her consciousness. She might say something like, I thought I was done. Why do you have to bring?
I've been too long. I think this had a piece where they were talking about that particular experiment. There was a reason for this, but we're running out of time. What do you think has something? I'm gonna cut out that dead spot of the last like 2 minutes.
Y'all seen that new UFO sighting that just happened in Florida on Monday, I believe. Shit's crazy.
Really? I gotta look into that.
It actually got shown on the news. Too many people send it in, and went rival, and they put it on the news. Yo, this shit was doing crazy shit. Yo, my people are the best, but this shit was doing crazy shit, boy. We're
gonna look into that more on that in the next podcast. People listening,
definitely.
We're gonna take a couple minutes out of the next podcast to follow up on that story, Grove. So remind me to get something like that. So we'll look more into that story, find out what's going on with that, because you sparked my interest. But I got 10 minutes pretty much to wrap this up, so I gotta hop on another podcast. But so what this has here is Drew, you like this stuff. This is a real experiment. This was back in 2017, so it may have even happened already. But they actually want to do. So they want to launch a study later this year where scientists hope to use stem cells in a newly, highly controversial way to reverse death. They plan to inject stem cells into the spinal cords of people who have been declared clinically brain dead. Subjects will receive an injected protein blend, electrical nerve stimulation, and laser therapy directed at the brain. The ultimate goal: to grow new neurons and spur them to connect to each other, and thereby bring the brain back to life. Zombies, bro.
Interesting.
Zombies. Look more into it. We'll follow up on the next podcast. We're gonna skim through this, and if any of this stuff spurs your interest, I'm gonna look more into it, and we'll do a quick follow up next podcast, and we'll pull you guys into what you may have missed that I wanted to originally show you guys on. Oh, this was we touched upon this before, but there's scientists bringing back different extinct species. You know, we talked about how like there was positive ways to do stuff like the malaria, you know, and remove diseases from the world. But they won't experiment on that because of all the risks. But they'll do shit like this, like bring back extinct species that we don't know and risk that. You know, why risk that when I'd rather risk maybe removing malaria or the Lyme disease issue, you know? Which, by the way,
but this happened already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the book is happened already. You know, they didn't obviously bring 2 of each animals on that boat. They brought the DNA to recreate. So that's basically that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're gonna go. I'm sorry. I agree with you though. I'm just like a rush right. So we're gonna go more into what I just showed, that experiment, more into detail on episode 3, guys. So sorry, I'm leaving you a flat cliffhanger, but tune in to episode 3, and we'll start with the follow-ups, and then we'll go into our new topics for episode 3.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
So we're gonna talk. All right. So the 2 articles I have here that I didn't get to show you guys is pertaining to the extinct animals. I want to know more about that. I want to talk more about that. So we'll talk more about that. We want to show you guys this in the follow-up. This is real footage. They reanimated dog heads. All right. Really happened.
What?
The pig brains Drew mentioned, where they actually brought back some pigs back to life, and they survived for a little while and then died. So you're gonna have to settle for little headlines for now, and then we'll start next episode with more details on that. I'm gonna take off. Next episode is Deep Space and Deep Sea, and it'll be a slightly longer episode because we're gonna follow up 20-30 minutes, and then we're gonna get into a new podcast of Deep Space, Deep Sea, with lots of great content. That'll be in 2 weeks, guys. We're gonna keep you posted. We're gonna touch upon this. This is the yellow experiment. These are real experiments. We're gonna touch upon the results, and we're gonna touch upon this. This is another form of, let's say, reanimation, because the people didn't die. But how do you put someone to sleep for 150 years and just wake them back up like it was a catnap? Crazy shit.
Michael?
Cryogenics and stuff.
Who's that? Who's that? Michael Jackson?
And you know what they found out? Look what it says right here. We're gonna look more about this in EP3. Scientists prove that cryogenically frozen life can be reanimated. So all those rich guys that we've been making fun of for years that paid for their corpse to be frozen.
Yeah. Michael Jackson.
They coming back, y'all. They coming back.
They're gonna be like this.
Yeah, they coming back with like old hairstyles from like the you know what I'm saying, and some bad old school fashion trends. Austin Powers in this shit. You know what I mean? So with that said, we hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, we're gonna look at some of this. Yeah, look at this cliffhangers. Beautiful. We set it up. De-extinction is the term for when they bring back an extinct animal, because it turns out they kind of been playing with that, y'all, and we just didn't know about it. Oh, sorry. I took you out the stream by accident.
Who, me?
Yeah, I did. You just spit.
I thought I went into a deep hyperspace. I thought I was there, and then I was back.
Yeah, it's been 150 years. Welcome back to the podcast.
Facts.
That was the longest intermission I've ever had. So as you see, I'm still looking young because of all my augmented abilities. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was just melanin.
Yeah, I'd go like this with my augmented abilities, and
bring on the future.
And I just drink the coffee. So with that said, we hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. Episode 2 of That's Weird Science featured cloning, gene splicing, deep fakes, zombies, reanimation, crazy stuff. So we hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna get better with the content viewing. Now I know I can zoom.
We definitely gonna throw some
breakthrough in technology. We had an innovation today. I can zoom in. So the problem is solved. We're gonna deliver some great content. So please, guys, keep tuning in. Hit that like button, that follow button. Go to MMABUG TV on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. And I'm gonna let my co-host take you guys out. I enjoyed this. I love working with you guys, and we'll be back. You guys want to drop any last words before we go? Before I see you guys, last words before you die.
Can't wait for next week.
For the next podcast because I need you guys to come back.
I can't wait for the next one
right now. None of y'all
I can't wait for the next one.
I'm gonna try not to die. I promise. So are you gonna wait for the next one to die? Is that what we're doing? That'll be
no.
How much for the team you want to take? All right, so we're just clowning around. We like to joke on this, and not all jokes are hilarious. Some are a little cheesy, especially out of me. Sorry, I'm guilty of that. But we out here. TSG. That was grossing. What's your thing, Drew?
Yeah.
Good enough. Take it, guys.
I'm having a little trouble hearing, to be honest.
We're gonna work on getting Drew.
But yeah, peace, man. I had a good time. I can't wait for the next one. Talking all this wild shit.
Yes,
I love it.
I
love it, man. I love the videos too, man. I didn't see a lot of those videos, so that shit is cool too. You guys got to come back.
Nice. Yeah, I was afraid you might
a lot more
stuff. I like when it's new stuff. It's fun when you guys didn't see it yet. Yeah, man, we out of here. Weird Science.